All right, how's everyone doing today? Well, from the first scene you saw a box there with some funky contraption. It's a milk separator. Kristen bought it, what, a year ago, I guess?
Not quite.
Just
I got it just before I broke my wrist, and so it stayed in the box since then.
Yeah, so it's been here in a box, and the cow we had at that point in time was milking, and we had to dry her up. So this has not been used yet. So we got a new cow. You probably saw from our last video. That's in milk, and she's feeding 2 babies for us now, raising 2 calves off her, and we've been milking her every day around 4 o'clock. So we've been getting about 4 to 6 liters of milk a day, and then we've been storing it in the fridge. And what we've been doing right now is letting it just rise, the cream rise, and we've been just scooping it out by hand. But now that we've got this awesome little contraption, we're going to put it together and separate some cream and milk. We haven't actually done this yet, so I like to make videos when I haven't done something and just fumble through it, because that's the cool thing to do apparently. So I've got Kristen. She's going to show you some of the parts here and how it goes together. We've got instructions with us, so we don't look too silly doing this.
Except that we haven't done it, so we don't know the names of anything.
No, exactly. So here we go.
This is the part that actually separates the cream. It has the base, and then there's an O-ring in here. And then these discs, there's 2 different patterns. So there's 6 of one pattern and 5 of the other. So you start with the one that there's 6 of, because it starts and finishes.
So we'll take the 2 here to show you. I don't know why they... where the lines, dots here. There are one's in the center, and then one's kind of right beside the other ones. You can see that on camera. And they kind of just stack up.
I don't know if they actually are supposed to click into place or not.
Maybe you can put one at a time in. See how it goes. So we'll put one in at a time, so we do it properly.
Well, they only fit one way, because you have to kind of get them on there properly. So
and that's easy enough. And while she's going through that, this is the big bowl that goes on the top for the cream. And these 2 parts will go on top of there. And these are the 2 spouts here as well. One for the cream, one for your milk.
okay, so then this is the top piece, the plastic part that's inside of here. There's only one way it can go to. Just fit it into the groove.
It seems kind of silly because this whole piece is metal, and the only plastic part is this part in the contraption, which is kind of funny because there's a screw that gets screwed into it, which actually increases or decreases the amount of cream you get when it separates.
And the instructions say not to change it very often, which makes no sense considering you have to take it apart to clean it every time. So
possibility of stripping the screw is probably up there pretty high.
So it has, it's this funky little screw that's kind of short, so you have to get it in there, and then it has this little tool.
So it came with this tool. It's got 2 different, I guess, parts on it that you can adjust 2 certain parts on the machine.
I don't remember which way it said was more cream.
I think it said all the way in, wasn't it?
The volume of cream increases, turning the screw counterclockwise. So the thickest cream, loosen it until you, turn the screw all the way in without applying too much force. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens with, because I'm not sure what they consider all the way in exactly, because it's kind of...
I would think probably flush.
But is it flush with that, or the inside hole?
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
So this goes on top. And then this screws in here.
And
there's a little, I don't know if you can see that on there, but I'm supposed to line up the bottom one too. So on the bottom there's an O that lines up too. There's 2 O's, and then the top one is supposed to line up with all of that, with this screw hole too. So I've got the right tightness, I guess, but I don't know how that actually is supposed to happen.
Well, you got the little tool here now to
Yeah.
hit in the top part.
I guess so, yeah. forgot that was our
Yeah, there we
There
go.
we go. So the O lines up with the screw and the two O's at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll just show you a quick close-up of that. Not sure if you can see the reflection of the light. The O is there and the two O's up here.
Okay, so this goes in here. And then the bottom one is the skim milk, right?
I think that's what you said, yeah. Bottom skim milk. So you just want to make sure that they're pointed opposite directions, so the milk and cream are going different ways.
No. So the skim milk one's bigger, so it only fits on the bottom.
Well, that's good.
Makes it easier. So, and then this there. And this is the float that sits in the little hole on top.
Excuse me. And now we've got the bowl here. And it looks like it just sits there, yeah. Hopefully it stays. And then on the bowl as well, there's a little bit of a hole here. A little bit of a half circle. And on their stopper here, there's a hole here as well. So when it's in the bowl, you turn it this way so the hole's blocked, so it won't let any cream in or some of the milk in. And when you turn the machine on, you turn it so the handle points to here, and then your milk will flow through into your bowls. So first thing it said that we had to do was to put a liter of hot water through it, or warm.
So we need bowls.
Yeah, bowls.
Okay.
Okay.
Not sure how.
And then we'll have to plug it in. Plug it in is key.
Yeah.
So I've got the water, pour the water in here. And now do we have to turn it on first before we start putting water through?
Yeah.
It's probably
so
smart.
You're supposed to turn it on and then give it 60 seconds for it to get up to operating speed.
Okay, here we go. Sounds like a plane taking off. Okay.
That's not 60 seconds though. You're too eager. You're gonna change it still.
That's 60 seconds now.
I don't know. I wasn't counting, but I know that first time it wasn't. That's
Probably pretty close. So here we go. We'll open this up. Yeah, there it goes. On both sides, or just yeah.
It's separating our water by fat content.
I think so. Distilled and regular water. Read your water test and see the flavor difference.
And it says you want to let it finish coming out both sides, like when it stops, not when the bowl is empty. You want everything out first.
Oh, that makes sense. That looks pretty close.
I think it's done.
Yeah. So we'll shut it off. Yeah. Okay. Alright, Kristen had to step away for a quick second. She had to go put her daughter back to bed because she just woke up. But next step, what you need to do is heat your milk up between 35 and 40 degrees Celsius so that it's warm to separate. When the milk cools down, it gets too heavy and I guess the fat in it won't separate properly. So I've got it on the stove, it's at the right temperature, and once Kristen gets back, we'll separate some cream and milk. Okay, we've got our milk here, cream and milk. We're going to turn the separator on and start separating. Sure, that's in the off position. Yeah, I've split it, yeah. Got our jars ready here as well. Some more water coming out now. So some more water coming out here, so we're just gonna wait a minute. It's like it's a little milky. I think some milk's going through it now.
Sure.
There's a bit of milk going through as well. Might get a little bit of water coming through maybe because it's still not fully out. Should we just start it up and see what happens? Okay, here we go. There's the cream here and the milk on this side. I'll keep.
Probably want that pot to switch out for the bowl after.
Probably. Be a good idea. Still looks pretty creamy.
Well, we can adjust that thing, but I didn't know exactly how much to do it, so we'll see what happens. We don't really love skim milk anyway, so it's not a shame if there's some cream in the milk and we get most of it out. That won't make us sad. But it does a lot better job than just skimming it off the top would.
Okay. Good. Perfect. It's like a piece of onion or something.
No, I think it was from those bowls, the red ones, because the paint's chipping on the outside.
Oh yeah, that would do
I
it.
think it was a piece like that.
So this might take 10 minutes, who knows. So once this is done, we'll end up making butter with the cream, which is pretty awesome. And drink the milk, and I don't know if we can do skim milk yogurt maybe. I'm not sure if you can do it with skim milk.
Can.
Try.
I'm not sure how it'll taste because we're used to full fat yogurt, but.
Well, that's when you put lots of maple syrup in it to make up for the lack of taste.
Or when we have pigs again, it's perfect to feed them the extra milk if we aren't drinking as much of the skim stuff.
Totally. So it's down to about here now, and we started up to about there, so it'll be a while. Probably just put a jar right over the cream one.
Yeah, the cream one's over. I'll leave it to the foil.
Yeah, I think
and then I'll just stick the jar under. We
that
weren't
works.
sure if it would shoot out a whole lot, so we were cautious with the bowls instead of jars underneath, just in case. Want to switch?
Yeah.
The kids are dying to make ice cream with it, so
That'll work.
we'll be happy with lots of cream.
Yeah, it'll be delicious. Still looks pretty creamy here, but we'll see if it separates overnight at all anymore. So here's the cream side. And the milk side. Just come out the tops there. There we go. And there's the milk inside here. I'll have to switch this full out in a second here. It's getting down pretty low now. It's down to about here. Well, I'd say another minute or two, I would think, and it should be close to being done. Yeah, that's the last bit of milk through there. Yeah, we just let it go for another few seconds here just to make sure everything comes out. I think that looks good now. So now the next thing they say to do is put 2 liters of water, warm water through it to clean it. So I'll get the water here. And let it go through. And then we'll have to take it apart afterwards as well and probably clean it more thoroughly. Takes it a while to slow down and quiet down here. Alright, so about 8, 9, 10, probably close to 10 liters of milk here we got. And over here, this bowl is full. I'd probably say it's close to 3 liters of cream. So I'll let this shut down and then we'll finish the video. Alright, so we've got our milk done. Cream separated, it's pretty awesome. Pretty nifty machine here. I think we can do about 30 liters at a time. I think that's what Kristen said when she was reading the instructions there. But we're gonna have to take it apart and clean it thoroughly. So we got, I think that's 4, 8, 9, 10, about 10 liters of milk separated. And I say there's probably about 3 liters roughly of cream that we can make some butter with, and we'll show another video of that, I think I already said. So there you go. Our brand new cream separator. Pretty awesome. We'll be putting that to use quite a bit in the next few weeks when we get more milk, and probably for the rest of our homesteading days here. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. We'll try to answer them as best we can of what we know so far. But it seems pretty straightforward. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you out there. Have a great day.